Not all narcissists are obvious, but they show their true colors when they're in conflict. Hello and welcome back. As always, I hope that you're doing really well. So in today's video, and with numerous of questions from you guys, how to spot the hidden narcissist in your life. They are not always obvious. You can't always tell until, further on down the line, or maybe it's something that you don't actually see until years later. And then you're kind of thinking, are they not? What's going on here? So this is what we're going to be looking at, the hidden narcissism in your life. As an empath, okay, or as somebody who is quite highly sensitive, quite in touch with their emotions, it is more than likely that you are going to have narcissist or a narcissist in your life, simply because of the qualities that you possess, simply because of the way that you conduct yourself, by the way that you are. Now, I'm not saying that you need to change this qualities about you, but it is something that you need to be aware of and possibly even protect yourself from, simply because these people are going to keep showing up in your life. You know that narcissists love it when you are very kind, when you're compassionate, very patient. This is all what they crave: attention, compassion, and validation. The first thing that I would say to you that you need to really look out for is when you have that friend that is extremely charming and very well put together, somebody who is really lovely but might not seem that it is so genuine. Maybe it's that friend that does a little bit for you but expects a lot more from you, from your interactions together. Someone that they might not always be, self-centered and think about and talk about themselves, but they are people who do really center on themselves and their own needs and what it is that they want. Not everybody who has that trait is going to be narcissistic, but it is one of the the given traits that perhaps maybe you need to look out for. Somebody who is just always put together, always have the best of everything. Someone perhaps maybe who is really charming, really lovely, but it can come from an inauthentic place, and you will feel it. You will feel whether it does or it doesn't, because it's something that you will feel. It's something that will, if somebody is genuine, that will come across. Somebody who genuinely wants to help you, someone who is genuinely being lovely to you and want the best from you, that will come across. So I would say, perhaps maybe look out for that. The other thing is that they put people, particularly you, on a pedestal. Now, this is quite a kind of murky or muddy kind of point, because someone who genuinely wants that from you, yes, they will say lovely things about you, will have lots of compliments. But what I would say is this goes in roundabouts, or this goes in a cycle. When somebody puts you on a pedestal, they won't continuously do it. They'll do it at certain increments in time. Usually when they want something from you, usually when they are trying to get attention or some sort of validation from you. And this is one of the harder ones to kind of spot, because it's really nice, don't get me wrong, when you're put on a pedestal, when somebody's saying nice things about you, all the time, it is lovely because you feel good. And I guess that's your way of wanting the validation, that's your way of wanting something, because it makes you feel good, it makes you feel nice. So I completely understand that this isn't always going to be easy to spot. And of course there are friends who genuinely actually do mean it. However, it is done at certain increments in time. Sometimes it could be that it's continuous, and sometimes it gets a bit much. So that's when I would say maybe look out for those things, maybe think about, is there any context to what they are saying? If it's something that's ongoing for a certain period of time, I would also say that could be something that is quite problematic. But I would say use your intuition on this one, because as you know, toxic people love to put people on a pedestal, and they love to just over embellish that because it makes you feel good. So then your guard is down, and then it's very much easier then to manipulate you or try to control the situation and get you to see their way of thinking. So this is something that you can look out for. Also, any of these traits that you do experience, or you are seeing that this person is like that, then it's a combination of them. It's not just isolated incident, but I would say it's more of a combination. Another thing that I would say as well is they make all the plans and maintain very controlled about it. It's sort of like this control kind of like flows. It's kind of like stealth mode. The control just flows, so it can go undetected in the friendship or the relationship. You might not pick it up. It's because the narcissists don't like to feel dependent on people or risk hearing the word no. They'll typically avoid asking for things directly, but what they will do with their chosen approach is they will rather go a roundabout way, or they might orchestrate events or situations to get what they want or what they need at that given time. So that's something that I would say also to be aware of. The other one I would say is if you have a friend, family member, or maybe like a partner that play up to your similarities. So with that, I mean, while we all enjoy being around people with similar interests, narcissists will focus on the kind of the love bombing, the matching your energy, like being really into things that you are. They will mirror you, they will fantasize about you, about the things that you both do, and they will really embellish that. They will really kind of put a lot of energy and tension into developing, that's the similarities between you. Most of the time, it's not true. Most of the time, they are just doing that because they want to mirror you. They want you to fall for them, to like them, to be their friend. However, the connection will feel like you guys are exactly the same. And again, for us, this feels really good because it's nice when somebody has similar interests to you. It means that you've got a lot in common. It means that it deepens the bond. It makes you feel good. So this is something that I would say that you've got to really look at. Actually, do they? If somebody says that they like to play football, but they're not really quite sporty, then this is something that you can look out for. And obviously, I know that these examples are not always going to be very obvious. However, just use your discernment. Just really look at what's going on here. Is the truth being told here? And I completely get it. I completely get it, because it gives us, it gives us a special feeling to be with somebody who has the same ideas and preferences, and the way that they think that if they cannot be different, if there's no difference, then there's no disappointment. So there's no vulnerability. They're relying on a special relationship or feeling like a twin instead of really connecting with you. So this is the fake, this is the inauthentic kind of connection that a narcissist will try to establish with you. And ultimately, these are the beginnings of a trauma bond, or the entrenchment basically of the trauma bond. Okay, so the next one that I would say is their empathy is clear and genuine at first. When you see a narcissist interact with other people, you'll often see how caring and empathetic the narcissist will seem. And so this will possibly make you feel like, oh, this person is really lovely, they're just so nice, they're really good listeners, they're really understanding to my needs. They're doing this all for show. Narcissists will be terrific at the beginning. They will make you feel secure and safe to be around them with all this love bombing, this mirroring. They're wanting you to feel safe within their company. So empathy cognitive empathy is something that they will display very much at the beginning of this connection. And that's because they want to draw you in. That's because they want you to fall for them, you to put your guard down. And that's really what is going on here. This isn't genuine, it is an act. And what a narcissist will do is they'll use this, you know, they'll use the fact that they are being really empathetic to you. And because the attention hasn't been on them for quite some time, you know, because they've given you that attention and you that everything, they will then rely on you to make them feel special again. They can't regulate this within themselves, so they will rely from you to basically make them feel special. So these are the things that I really want you to be aware of. These are the kind of warning signs you should steer clear of toxic individuals, as long as you don't underestimate how damaging the relationship with a narcissist can be. You need to look out for these aspects within these kind of toxic interactions. And you know, they all want something from you. This is the kind of like formula that they will follow, is that they'll be lovely to you at the beginning. They will want to show you their best side, the good side of them. But ultimately, this is fake, it's inauthentic, okay? And so as time continues, you know, that will shift. They will want all of that basically from you. And so if you're in a genuine connection, if you're in a loving, healthy connection with somebody, they are not going to expect this from you. It's going to be give or take, but also it's not going to be so intense at the beginning, and then there's that demand on you to reciprocate, you know, basically forever after within that friendship, that partnership, or that relationship. So that is the kind of formula or that cycle that you need to be aware of and really think about, is this something that has happened to you? So guys, I really hope that this video helps you to kind of make sense and see, is this something that you have gone through, or are there these kind of hidden narcissists lurking in your life? If you would like to kind of explore this a little bit further, maybe your emotions surrounding this, please join the Journal Club. The information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.